Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your September 2023 reading for your North Node by sign and house. Now, this is going to be a special report reading, which I'll get into in a moment. But if you're new to the channel, the reason I use the North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign in readings is it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's your soul path. It's what you're here to learn and experience in this lifetime. And so you have much more in common with those that share your North Node as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant sign. So it's much more accurate and relevant in tarot readings. Now, getting on to the special report. All of the astrology is pointing to the fact that between now, September 2023, throughout the end of this year, and then through 2024, there are going to be really great changes happening on the world stage within the collective. Depending on what country you're in, I mean, it's going to be a worldwide thing. My intuition is pointing to this, and also a lot of the astrology is pointing to this. So the reason for this reading is this is to help keep you on path for you, for your individual North Node. Because what can happen a lot is we all have our individual soul paths that we're experiencing day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year. But there is also a collective path that we're all on. For example, everyone listening to this reading right now experienced the year 2020 along with me and everybody else up until now. Okay, if you're watching this reading, you did. So we experienced that whole situation as a collective, but we also experienced it individually with our own soul path. And that's what these readings are geared toward. They're geared toward keeping you on your path, because no matter what happens in the collective, although we are affected by it, we have to achieve our best life and our optimal timeline with our soul path and not get distracted by what's going on, because there are going to be some major changes in the next 16 months on the world stage. And so this reading is reflecting what each North Node by sign and house is going to focus on and what they're going to learn during this period of time. So that's why, again, it is a special report reading. Now, you're going to want to watch two videos. You're going to want to watch one for your North Node by sign and one for your North Node by house. Okay? So with that, let me connect to the energies and then we can begin. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see and hear this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is going to be the monthly Tarotscope special report reading for everybody with their North Node in Aries and or the first house. Okay, so this is my special report spread, and these four cards here are representing the next section of 4 months. Okay, so the next like 4 quarters, and they're not in any particular order necessarily, but it's just some of the things that you'll be working on as we move forward into the end of this year in 2024. Now, your overall theme card is the Tower card, And what I really see for you, North Node in Aries, is again, it's like one of your major life path goals is it's the call to adventure. It's the call of the warrior, the call of the hero. And heroes come in many shapes and sizes and all sorts of genders. And when we think of, most people, when they think of hero, they think of, we have a certain vision of a hero. We don't need to, we all kind of know what that could be. But, you know, there are heroes of, like let's say, a single parent that's out there, like working multiple jobs, like trying to take care of themselves and their family, or you know there's lots of ways to be heroes, or standing up for someone's rights, or standing up for someone when they can't or won't stand up for themselves. So there's not just the one way of being the hero. And that's what I think that what it is that there are going to be the next year and 4 months, there are going to be many opportunities for you to do that, to develop that in your life, to develop, and even being the hero from yourself for yourself. Now you have on your timeline cards, you've got the Judgment reversed, you've got the Fool card, and then you've got the Moon and the Four of Wands reversed. Now really what this is with the Moon card and the reversed Judgment card, is the next 12, 13, 14, 15 months for you, 16 months, is going to be a period of self-discovery. Now remember, Aries in the first house rules the self. Okay, becoming strong in yourself. And so this is like a discovery for you, whatever's happening. And many times, like, you can think back in your life, we all have experiences where, let's say, we were able to face our fears in some way, or to do something that was uncomfortable, or whatever it was, like a challenge. It could be like, you know, a 20-mile hike, or something, or, someone does a marathon, or whatever, so, some accomplishment that was difficult. After it's over, that feeling is the feeling of self-discovery, like you find out something new about yourself. That's kind of the energy that I'm seeing here for you, that no matter what challenges come up in your life, that you are able to rise to the occasion. And being courageous, you've probably heard this quote before, is being courageous is not the absence of fear, it is acting with courage despite of fear. And that these are the kind of things that I think that you're learning. Now with the Fool card, this is about becoming, adventurous. And I think that, in other words, having the ability and the optimism to go out and forge a path in the world somewhere, something that maybe, you have always wanted to do. Or and I think this is just being, like I said, courageous, but with optimism. Remember that when you have your North Node in Aries, or the first house, you are being rewarded by the universe. You're being rewarded for becoming the hero, for becoming the warrior, for becoming strong in yourself. Okay, having that strength, and being able to forge out, um, you know, on a new path. That's what the Fool is saying here. Now, we touched on the Moon, but let me get into the Four of Wands reversed. This here is definitely telling me that this time period, starting in September for the next 16 months, is definitely leaving a comfort zone for you. Okay, and that's what the number four is, the number of structure. So it rules like family, home, just like the fourth house in astrology is Cancer. Okay, so it's like structure, family, home. And this particular card is celebration. But particularly what's standing out to me is the number 4, and it's like basically breaking out of over stabilized lifestyles. You know what I mean? And that's what this card here with the Fool is like being able to do that. So that's what this next period of time is going to be overall. Now, what are your advice cards? Well, you've got the Two of Pentacles, and you've got the King of Cups. Now, with the Two of Pentacles, what I'm picking up is that these next 16 months could require some balancing and shifting of resources. So everything to do with, like money, finances, but also property, things of value. I'm seeing some balancing that's going to be going on, and this is going to require your courage, and I guess you could say your creativity. Okay, and just remember that this is a balancing that you're doing, and that when you start moving toward this direction of having the courage to deal with whatever it is you're dealing with, you will be rewarded by the universe. You will see that. So I'm seeing that. I'm seeing like a balancing and shifting of finances and being able to work in that realm. And I think it's a positive. It's going to be like moving toward the positive, although there might be something where you're going to have to, it's going to cause you to need to put some energy in that area. But when you do, like I said, having that courage, it's going to work out fine. The other thing I'm seeing is the King of Cups is an advice card for you. And with the King of Cups, this is saying that it's kind of you are becoming your best self. And the reason I say that is the King of Cups is an interesting card because, yes, it does rule all the water signs. This is a king of emotional intelligence. It's a king of emotional strength. But the king has his emotions under control. Like his emotions are not ruling him, he is ruling his emotions. And I do want to say, if you watch my channel for any length of time, any of the so-called court cards, which is the king, queen, okay, page, knight, they are not gender or sex specific. Okay, so it's just a different energy. Like the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups are a slightly different take on a similar energy. With the king, what it is that this is the balance between strength and logic and maybe some masculine qualities, and the balance with feminine qualities. And that's why this card came up. And the reason it's coming up for you is because your South Node's in Libra, and Libra is ruled by Venus. Okay, so this is a lot of you might have a more like tender and soft nature. If you tend to have a South Node in the seventh house or in Libra, you will have a kind of a more agreeable, you could say, disposition. Okay, and so what this is balancing out. You don't have to leave your agreeable side or your peacemaker side, that South Node in Libra or the seventh house. You don't have to give that up, but it definitely has to be balanced with bringing in kind of that hero Aries energy, first house energy, and that's what this card is saying. So it looks really good overall. Just remember that through this period of time, each person, we are going through our particular life path challenges for our personal life path as well as the collective, okay? And each of us are learning different things and different skills during this time period. For you, as I said, face any sort of challenges that come up with bravery and courage and handle them in a heroic fashion, and the universe will reward you and bless you, okay? So I hope this reading was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like a personal look at your astrological chart and a life path reading, there's going to be a link in the description box below to my website. I can give you more information on that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you could. Much appreciated. We'll see you on some more videos. Many blessings.